hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out, will I allow another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without. You think you've got my number figured out? A motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, and if I lose the fight, I still rage against the I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FA Colosseum, where all of our free agents here in CSC get to show off a little bit of their talents, they get to show off their skills, and they really get to show these teams who may be looking to make some mid-season kind of change-ups what they've got to bring to the table. Now, first off, before we get into the matches, we're going to be doing an interview here with Gabe Me. I'm, of course, joined tonight by Nexus, my co-caster, and on production is going to be RJ Soros. So, Gabe, thank you so much for being in here. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah, I am. I've done every single one of the FA Colosseums that's been going on. I've been in every match that Contender has had to offer so far. I just do it because it's fun, really.
Yeah, man, I'm
Definitely.
seeing some of the stats here. You have 3 games played. You're an opper. I mean, talk about some of the players here who you believe are very strong and should definitely deserve to be on the team besides yourself.
Uh, I mean, there are a lot of people who I feel like some of them got hosed off their team. Some of them they just had a ton of people uh um in their draft class that they had. Wait, hold on. Crap. Sorry, I got a message from someone.
All good, man.
But but yeah, as I was saying, I believe your turn. He's done really well. I don't know if he's signed or not. But he's done well. Uh, there are also what's his name? It starts with Y.
Uh, Not seeing much here of a Y here. Besides,
Uh,
oh, Yedif.
yeah, I think if he does really well. I remember one game, he would always just wide swing me with the up, and I'd get one tap by him. He has a really good
Oh,
aim. I mean,
mhm.
he's really good at aiming.
So talk about a little bit about yourself here. 1.18 rating as an opera across 3 games. How are you feeling, kind of coming into the FA Coliseum, and how do you feel about the GMs when they're looking at you because of these streams and these games?
Well, the way I just play is I play with the my instinct and how my teammates communicate the info. I'm just always trying to think where is everyone gonna be. That I always try to make sure I can help out players, whether if I'm gonna spend the entire round throwing flashes to get my teammates some quick kills, or if I'm gonna have to hold a site so we can win the round. Just really how I play. I just want to make sure we can do everything we can to win the rounds.
Awesome. Now, a question that I have for you, Gabe. So during combines, it looks like you were one of the people who was playing the most games. You had 17 with a .97 rating, and you were listed as a rifler. So, here in Coliseum, it seems like you're listed as an opper. Do you kind of feel like you've switched up your play style, maybe coming out of combines and switched more into that opping role, or do you kind of always feel like you've been an opper and maybe those combine stats didn't really reflect that?
I mean, I can kind of fluctuate a lot. If there's someone who's good at like during the combines, there were times where I would glass cannon with an up because I was confident with it. But if other teammates who I noticed were like way better with the up, I'd start picking up the rifle. During the combines, there was a lot of people who knew how to op, so I gave the ups to them. But during the Colosseums, there's not a lot of free agents in here, so I've picked up the up, and I've just kind of been doing well with it. I can op, I can rifle. It just depends on what my teammates like, what their abilities are, and I'll play to their abilities.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and I think that that's something that a lot of GMs might be looking for, especially when it comes to these mid-season change-ups that I was talking about just a bit earlier. Somebody who's really able to kind of be that hybrid role and play around their teammates a lot more, especially in a tier like contender, where there's just so much competition for, like what you said, there's a lot of good oppers in contender. You just got a ton of people all trying to get that big green. And so, going into tonight, how are you kind of feeling just, getting it ready for these games? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling like, you're ready to show up, show off all of your skills and really put it all down on the table?
I'm ready to have fun and get some clips for videos, frankly, because
Awesome.
because uh I know how a lot of these people play, so I my favorite thing to do is just know what they're gonna do and then outbrain them in the situation. That's how I have my fun during these, and that's how I play like really well in these combine combines and Colosseums.
Awesome. Awesome. Nexus, do you have anything else?
Not much to say. Just I guess good luck, and hopefully we see some good clips from everyone within the FA Coliseum.
All right,
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, Gabe. Now, for the rest of you guys who are tuned in right now, we are going to be back shortly. We're just waiting on these games to pop and waiting for some games to come through for us. And then we're going to be back with a game for you guys. We'll see what tier it ends up in. Gabe, I'm very much looking forward to the opportunity to being able to cast you tonight.
it's gonna be fun being on stream.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I'll search for you in the lines. Sun is setting, summer colors swirling, dulcet figures swimming in the dusk. Before darkness sets, I hold your silhouette. Save me from the side of myself. I cannot look away. About to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can't even feel enough to know if I get out. I'm numb to the pain, but hollow without. Floating in a world of glass, I can imitate. Got a smile worth its weight. When the mirror breaks, will someone ask? Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out. Will I allow another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without. my number figured out. A motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in. Don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer. I'd rather be free. I'd rather be a leader. I'd rather be a queen. I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer. I'd rather be clean. I'd rather be a poser in a magazine. I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in. Don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer. I'd rather be free. I'd rather be a leader. I'd rather be a queen. I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer. I'd rather be clean. I'd rather be a poser in a magazine. I'd rather be pretty much anything else.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have ourselves a game and already a little bit of team damage. So this is going to be a contender and prospect mix of FAs for us tonight. And so I'm pretty excited. I mean, it really gives everybody a chance to show off their skills, especially against some higher tier levels in the case of these prospect players.
Yeah, just coming in tonight. We had to mix up the tiers because not a lot of FAs out there. Some people were just kind of busy Saturday night. They have friends, but here we are playing some good Counter Strike, casting some of these great Counter Strikes. I'm your caster Nexus, joined by King Willie and our observer RJ Source here on Vertigo, heading into the round.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really excited. So, of these teams tonight, first off on CT, we have Coolney, Thimber, Touche Kuhn, Gabe Me, the person we just interviewed, and Scary. Meanwhile, on the T side, we have Apple Goose, Astra's Creed 1, Anime, Cool Guy, and Oliver Wojtek. So it's going to be a fast ramp for this T side, starting us off in this Vertigo game. And already smoke's being thrown. The CT's playing a little bit defensive.
They're up.
And so now bomb is going to be confirmed. Bomb is going down. And those smokes preventing the CTs from getting back into this site. Head spotted. Gabe saw. Isn't able to convert a kill though. Damage through the smoke.
One headshot, one heaven.
Isn't gonna land. And now the CTs are activating. They're pushing through. Give Me spots the first player. Isn't able to find the kill though. All of a sudden it's a 3v3. Now down to just a 2v3. And no kills going the way of these CTs. Let's get into this push plan. And that's gonna be the first round confirmed. Astra's Creed able to get that last kill to close out the pistol.
Yeah, and just that fast exec there onto that A site. You don't normally see it on pistol rounds. You normally see just a full-on rush. They had two smokes there, and it completely shut out the CTs here for Team Thimber, and they were kind of forced to play for a retake setup with no real utility to retake with, and with no kit, this made it that much harder. As you see,
Absolutely.
both pistol round coming in here. Oh no, really?
But they're running into a stack and they don't know it yet. And now it's... So kills are in fact going to favor the CTs to start out. But all of a sudden this fast mid flank, Thimber not spotting the player who already crossed a site. And that's Apple Goose showing up with 2. So big conversion. But that B stack, that could have been dangerous if they had all gone through those stairs there. But luckily they avoided it. They had that mid flank. And so now onto a bonus round for them. We do see an upgrade and an op come out for the CTs. But against these MAC 10s and PP Bison, that might be dangerous. No head armor for 3 of these CTs.
Minimal utility here too as well from Team Thimber. Not a lot of mollies can prevent any pushes, but some defensive smokes here gave me with this one-way here. Kind of very powerful angle as well. They try to kind of clear it, and they can see the shoulder. It gave me a couple about 15 seconds to get a free kill. We see Oliver kind of pushing up here, wanting to clear the sandbags, but doesn't quite clear it. And oh, gave me. They've been called out here.
Is actually going to give up the site, and all of a sudden he's last alive on site. Is able to find the first, but all of a sudden it's a 2v4. And he has to give up A, but does he know? Okay, now the mid player has been taken care of. And so they're getting into this 2 M4s, and this should just be a save, I'd imagine. You're up against 2 AKs here, and this MAC-10 might be looking to hunt. And they are going to actually look at attempting this. No kits, and the op has been retrieved. We were just talking about it. Showing up with the op, barrel spotted. Cool guy not able to convert that kill, but there it is, Anime. Able to take down Scary, so now just this op alive on Gabe Me, trying to be able to make it out alive with it. But they're hunting. They want to take this op away. Scope isn't going to be heard. Cool guy walks right into that one and Gabe Me able to find a second off of that as well. All of a sudden, just that MAC-10. That lone MAC-10 is going to be the last thing surviving for this T side on this bonus round.
Yeah, just some great overall pleasure. It is a good save there by Gabe Me, kind of keeping that up alive. A very ambitious buy, but they want to get, they want to solidify the rounds there and kind of show that they're here to play and they're here to win. But yeah, with that lone MAC-10 surviving, it's going to be a bit of a weird buy here. They are going to keep that MAC-10 around, and I do like this as they are not going to buy here. The CTs are not going to buy, so, lack of head armor on Gabe Me as well. That MAC-10 should definitely shred here, but Gabe Me has a lot of work to do here as he gets the first barely misses.
Isn't able to convert it, and it's only pistols for everyone else. And so maybe Gabe, looking to reaggress, isn't going to commit to the fight quite yet. Repositioning. Wants to find this. All these T's are bundled up in mid. And now that op's been heard, that MAC-10 is going to chase. Gabe not able to shoot him out of the air, and that's 2 picks handed over, all down to Thimber with just a 5-7. Another op retrieve for the T side. And so now Thimber, 5-7 in his hands, and the team on his back needs to pull this off, and isn't able to find it. 3 HP remaining on Cool Guy. He remains cool and calm and gets the kill.
Oh, a little bit of a scary, I guess, left click there. It was aiming towards the head, maybe having a bit of fun here. But that's 2 ops on the T side here, and Anime with that upgraded MAC-10 did a lot of damage. Didn't make as much money as I would have hoped, but still had a lot of impact and still got that op down. We see double ops here for Team Thimber. Putting in a bit of a strain. Oh, Gabe Me.
Gabe maybe took a shot at that. I think he took a shot at that first player, and that's when the op activated. But that's an op on the CT side gone. There's still one alive. That's a little bit of a surprise for these Ts. They might not have been expecting that. And Cool Guy is actually going to be getting aggressive through that smoke. Is able to find the kill as well onto Scary. And so now it's a 3v5. Make it a 3v4, but a lot of damage going the way of the Ts. That op already down to 1 HP, but it won't matter. He can land those shots.
Low HP across these players as well. This retake is going to be very difficult. 2 kits and a bunch of utility left over, but not a lot of damage here for they swing out and oh, that's a nice double swing there. And up here gets the first. Colney with the response. Colney left in the 1v2. Oh, and just barely peeks out.
Wasn't gonna happen, and it's funny. These ops are the last 2 guns remaining for this T side. The most expensive guns still kept alive, luckily. So now the CT's trying to figure out where their buy is at, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a little bit of an eco here. Seeing 3 Deegs come out, make it 4, and a P250. So we'll see how they end up wanting to play this. It's looking like it's going to be a little bit of a heavy A setup. Playing retake over at B. But Cool Knee. Oh, and actually both the ops chiming in unison, taking down Scary, and Cool Knee all of a sudden goes down as well. So now this P250 trying to find anything. It's only going to find about 20 points of damage. There's still Gabe Me, and he's able to find the first, able to find another one. And all of a sudden, oh no. Oh, the kill isn't going to come through. 11 HP onto Anime, but good kills from Gabe Me there. Those 2 1Ds started to make this round a little bit scary, but that brings us to a 6-0 lead favoring the T side.
Yeah, Gabe Me just went a little bit too ambitious there. Saw the op, had the opportunity, and just couldn't tame the spray. almost for a triple. That would have been a highlight clip, as he really wholeheartedly put it. He wants to get some clips, and we did see Apple Juice there in mid, waiting for the activation of that player with the Deagle, trying to reclaim some space, and Apple Juice once again just holding it down, and gave me here in mid. Lots of first nice kill onto Gabe, or from Gabe.
Able to find it. And, you know, the T's last round, they had both the ops chime in at the same time, and this time it's the CTs. These double op setups are putting in work, and there's Gabe again. Spots the arm, spots the util. So now just holding for the swing. Oh, but it is going to be taken down by Oliver with a clean headshot. Oliver maybe wasn't expecting that swing, but is still able to convert the kill. Scary. He's gone. That's a prospect player taken off of this round. So now it's a 2v3. Low HP on Oliver. This op coming in to join. But Oliver's going to go down. And there's both the ops. Or excuse me, just one op. That was Touche Kyun. Making it work. Getting active with it.
Yeah, just those ops, being very mobile, very, very active, and peeking one after another. You hear one op shot and you go for that swing. You don't expect another op to be there at the ready. So some good team play there. A little bit of a missed sprays from a couple of these players here, but now that is the first round for Team Thimber. As you do see, that op, secondary T side op is finally down, and now back onto 4 rifles with 1 op. And Touche misses out, and Oliver out to Scary.
And both of these ops, one at B site, one in mid, they want to stop this B play, but Gabe might peek into the 1 scope, but is actually going to catch a huge timing there. Able to find Oliver, and that smoke is going off the map. Isn't going to help him out at all. There's Touche taking down Apple Juice. Aster's trade of his own. And so now Thimber coming into support. And here it is, a 2v3. Bomb is making its way up ramp. We see smokes flying. Asters needs to get some kills here, but this op could make that a bit difficult. And it does, in fact, take the head of Aster's Creed. He's gone, so now it's just down to Animate. Going for a no-scope, isn't going to hit it. Thimber closes that out. Finally, some fire under the seats of this CT side.
Definitely 2 rounds in a row now. Starting to build up a bit of an economy here, and starting to build up some momentum and that, that drive. You won 2 in a row. You're feeling it off the back of some great multi kills from both Gabe, me, Touche, Scary. These players, they're starting to wake up now. Bit of a weird buy here for Team Apple Juice, I'm assuming. Tech9's a cool guy here, but nonetheless, 4 rifles to work with, 4 AKs to work with, and that AK is definitely very, very scary.
Absolutely, and I mean, this Tech9, if you're able to use it right, if you're able to get into the correct positions, it could be dangerous, especially in these lower tiers. But it looks like it's a slow round from the T's. A little bit of a change up. Definitely a little bit of a change of pace here. But it's still looking like they might want to end towards B. We do see bomb positioned over that way. Flash is going out. There's a player at quad, though. This is Scary. 1 kill so far in the game. Looking to make it more, and there's that Tech9 actually chiming in. And Scary is able to find 1 as well. Scary's actually able to find 2 now. And a little bit of damage through the smoke. But do they know about this last player here? He doesn't. That's Aster. Bomb on his back. Is going to be joined, but looks like a little bit of a indecisive play here. They want to back out of this. They want to go back towards A, and the CTs, they might not have read this fully yet because they're all positioned towards B. So now it all goes quiet, but footsteps in mid have been heard. 2 players now rotated over to the A site. They still don't know where they want to end. 20 seconds left. Oh, but that smoke could sell it. Thimber doesn't want to give up the site quite yet. Is going to decide this can't be a fake. It can't possibly be a fake.
Start to walk in. Aster's Creed has 10 seconds. They have to start making noise. It's Thimber on the low HP. Just 1 kill. That's it.
And so now... Oh, no. Oh, no! Gabe, he misses the first. It gets the no-scope, but is going to be taken down. So now it's a 1v1. Touche. He's been good on this op, but can he get this 1v1 nade? Damage is going to be negligible. But making this AK's job a little bit easier. Oh, and the spray isn't going to quite hit, and that op is going to swing out of this. Your worst nightmare. It's here. Touche picking up the round off of the back of that 1v1 clutch.
Now, really, really close there. Gave me had the round in his hands. He was able to just deny that bomb plan and even get traded. They would have, forced him to lose round due to time, but just barely missing and gets the no scope right afterwards. Made it very, very close. And Touche, once again, playing around that smoke really well. Goes for the full stick and realizes he's getting spam ninja, goes for the swing.
Great plays, and it forces the T's to downgrade one of those AKs to just a Galil, and that op, it's gonna get active, and so are the rest of these players. Timber, oh no, team kill actually coming through in the molly. Oh, and Timber's back, he wants more, only able to find one, so now it's down to Anime. Already has one kill, looking to maybe add on a bit more, maybe make their eco hurt a little bit, but gonna need a lot more than just one to make this dream a reality.
Oh, but Scary has this. They have Anime's number here. And if Anime peeks this corner here, a really long fight and head gets
Wasn't
clean taken off by Scary.
Just wasn't expecting that, and I'm really liking the aggressiveness from the CT side right now. I mean, we saw that at the start they were just getting ran over. It felt like they really couldn't string anything together, and now they've put up 4 rounds in a row. This was 0-6 not too long ago, and so now T's just onto pistols. Now eco rounds can be a bit scary, coming from somebody who loses eco rounds quite often. These pistols, although they're small, they are very dangerous.
Especially that Deagle, one tap to the head. The Tech-9s can definitely be scary too, but that Deagle is just... You hear Deagle being wrong and you are fricked. Are we gonna see the Halzer flick? Oh,
Finds
touche.
a second! Isn't able to find a third yet, and that's Cool Guy chasing him down. That op is still alive though, and all of a sudden Cool Guy, he's all the way in connector. He's all the way in elevator, excuse me. And looking for a big flank here. Is able to chase it down as well. That's both ops taken down by Cool Guy. Isn't able to find the flick though, so now we're 1 round away from this being a tied up game.
Yeah, just some great overall plays here. They did lose a couple of guns and it's forcing them to reinvest here. But nonetheless, 5 in a row now. All that really matters at the end of the day is who hits the final number. Who hits 16, who hits 19, who hits 20, 23, 22. And yeah, full rifles coming out now. Ops for both teams and full utility for them to work with. Let's see how they can make these work.
And it looks like this B push has been stopped, but Gabe takes quite a bit of damage. That op finding the leg of Gabe, but not a kill. And so maybe that has been communicated over. Scary. He's alone here. Needs to make this work. But they aren't giving him anything yet. It's very quiet, so they don't quite know where this is going to end up. This boost isn't going to find anything. But they are going to get up, and Scary didn't spot that. So Scary won't be expecting this angle at all. Apple Juice just waiting to be activated here. And now the off is rotated as well. Oh, shows his hand a bit too soon. Isn't able to find the kill. And so now they're pushing through mollies. Off shot misses. Now it connects. Gabe, 15 HP left.
Oh, look at the flank on the A side. They have a fully A and they're all rotated. Good fake there by Apple Juice and the rest of his team. Yeah, full A side and Anime and Astro's Creed here working together, holding off these crossfires.
So the
They're just falling
retake,
back.
a 3v3 retake, but Gabe, only on 15 HP, needs to make this op work. Isn't gonna find it. Aster's finishing off what he started earlier in the round. So now, excuse me, actually that wasn't Gabe that went down, that was Touche, and so now we have Gabe still alive with this op. But it looks like they might just be thinking about saving this. No reason to hand over these guns. Low HP, even though they have the kits and the util, they might just want to give this one up. Go next, they say. And a tie score gonna be delayed, if not prevented.
And they will do. I mean, I'm really liking the save here. The economy is not looking too great here. A couple players are, around $5,000, but those who opted to save had maybe about 1,250. Yeah, gave me on 3,200. That's enough for some more utility. But had he gone down, he would have had to ask for a drop, and once again putting a lot of strain on the CT economy there. Now we all know CT side economy is very, very stressful, especially to manage on a map as Vertigo. And if with a 0-6 lead, you want to get as many rounds as you can. So saving those guns gives you a better chance to build up some more rounds. And Touche about to get another fight here and not seem to win the fight.
Yeah, the mid fight has not been favoring Touche. It's just been damage for these T's, and there's a bit more damage. Anime taking down Thimber here. And so that's making these players back up a little bit, playing a little bit more passive. Only it's gonna have his head taken off.
Oh
Oliver saw the
God.
shoulder. That was a brutal execution. So now you have Touche alone at this A site. Actually is gonna be joined in heaven. That's both the ops over here at A. Scary all alone, and it is gonna end up at mid flank. Has already cut off the rotates. Actually, Gabe's gonna find that kill. Excuse me. Oh, and Scary trying to just play for his life right now, trying to make it away, but Anime is gonna take away head. Scary, and that's a wall bang coming out from Asters as well. So now it's just down to Touche, and that's a safe call and a half if I've ever seen one. Getting into the last rounds of the half, it's really all you can do at this point.
Touche. You know, we did see him with a couple of multi-kills there, very important multi-kills here in towards mid, but he's going for that mid fight and just can't seem to win it. And, you know, maybe kind of move it around, maybe start being more a bit proactive on other sides of the map. If you're going for that mid fight, maybe even hold a bit of a wider angle. He seems to be getting wide swung a lot there, and it's just throwing off his aim, and possibly doesn't want to go for a wall bang there. Can definitely hit the shot, but he's just getting completely outmaneuvered here towards mid. And are they hunting here? They have enough money to
They
hunt.
are hunting, and
Missteps.
Touche just wants to hold on to this op, but will they let him? I think that the time will allow it. And that is going to be an 8th, so the half has been won by this T side. And so, I mean, really all we can look at is where do the CTs change up? They made that change to be a little bit more aggressive, but maybe do they switch back to being more passive now? Feels like the Ts kind of have their number, and there's Touche actually going to take a more passive approach. Doesn't want to take this mid fight this time.
Definitely an apple goose here. Wants to boost his teammate as the BB3 comes in, or is getting boosted, excuse me. And a bit too close to the boost, but oh, Scary. Will he be able to spot him? Oh, but they have his number. And that's a
And
decent
they also have the site. And so now it's a retake, but maybe that retake gets delayed because this player in mid, and they actually got chased back. And so now it's a 3v3. Bomb has yet to make its way to get a plant down. AK and an op against 2 AKs and an op. And this Deagle is low. Oh, Aster's able to find the first.
Oh, but
But there's a trade.
that's Thimber onto Anime.
Quickly picks up that op and quickly picks up a kill as well, but that's a save call again. No kit, no util. Unfortunately, that's going to be a 9th now handed over. They're fighting for the funny number right now.
Definitely are fighting for that funny number, but this does give them a better chance at having a better buy coming into the last round of the half. That AK can do astronomical numbers, and oh, gave me, especially if you're hitting shots like that, just the instant headshot gives him a better chance for this upcoming round. And Gamey can definitely drop over towards drop over a gun to Touche. He can even buy an op there if he would like, but Timber can also drop one as well, as he is dropping that AK and hitting himself an op here. The last round of the half there, they have to buy as much as you can, but most importantly, buy that kit. You don't want to be in a 1v1 and have to look for a kit on the ground. You want to be able to just focus on that 1v1 here.
Yep, and there are only 2 kits for this CT side, so not an ideal situation from that, but plenty of util, and that makes it a bit better. Gabe getting aggressive. Aster's not expecting it. There's actually more T's there. Scary trying to find where to line up that flash, and that's an interesting one. I haven't seen people use that beam able to throw flashes off of, but maybe use that one in your next Face It game.
Definitely gives me flashbacks to Mo Cheesy as you see Cool Guy slowly pushing up this A ramp here. Makes a step in, oh, gets timing by Thimber. Beautiful swing and beautiful peek there.
And they're here. Gabe wants to challenge this, gets close to the smoke.
Oh,
All of a sudden. Oh, but the op has been heard now, and they know. They know that he's close. And they actually aren't going to read it, and that's Gabe through the smoke. Gets the first and then gets the second like it's no big deal. But that's going to be the half. And as great as that showing was, it was a 6-9. It felt very one-sided there, especially at the start. You had the CTs. They put together a little bit of a string of rounds, but overall, it's kind of felt like Team Apple Goose here has been running away with this.
Yeah, definitely coming into this pitch round here, we might see a change of pace from Team Thimber. Maybe they might go for a more of a slower pace or a more faster paced pitch round without the utility, but they are walking it, are playing a little bit slower, and maybe Team Apple Juice or Apple Goose, excuse me, might not be ready for it. And that flash comes in, and oh, scary, makes contact, and now they're falling back.
And it's 5 here, actually. 5 CTs versus... Oh, and all of a sudden, Gabe comes through with 3! Massive, massive entries from Gabe Me. And that's... Oh, you just get run over when you're against Gabe Me. What a beautiful display there. Huge shots coming out from the contender player.
Yeah, he's very hyped for this. He was really just so excited to show off his skill, and here he is putting up some astronomical numbers. Definitely a player to watch out for in the transactions announcements to see if they do get signed in to whom. Maybe that team, maybe he's a missing piece that a team needs. Full eco here from Team Apple Goose, and they are stacking that A side, going fast. And after hearing these flashes come out, they definitely know that this B side is open, and they're just pushing up here.
And that's a lot of space taken, but still planted for stairs where there's 4 CTs about to meet. And Stairs only able to find 1, but that MAC-10 putting in a little bit of work, but all of a sudden, Dink's going away and 2 guns taken out, but no big deals still. That's still going to be 8 converted. And so now we are just one round away again from a tied up scoreline, something we have yet to see this game. I mean, obviously, except for when it was 0-0, but maybe, I like to believe that Vertigo is strongly CT-sided, but maybe it's T-sided. I don't know.
It's so much of that of Anubis where, without any real CT setups, T-side can just be a disaster to deal with, especially without, the basic protocols and the different kinds of utility that we saw, players like Scary use. But yeah, this T-side can definitely be overwhelming if the CTs don't know how to hold their sites properly or have some good, hold in. Oh my god, they're making too much noise, but Cade me into the head onto Aster's Creed. Oh,
And knows the second player isn't gonna find the kill though, so now it's a 3v. Op, Galil, AK. And that Op, it's gonna be the one finding the first bit of blood here. Player in heaven not spotted. Now makes his presence known, and there's a player close to the site. Cool guy just jumps into the scope of Touche. Oh, but this mid flank, it came through. Thimber down to a 1v1 clutch here. Needs to come up massive to make this happen. Only a Galil to his name. 2 bullets would do the job.
Most definitely will do. Just need an instant headshot, but Thimber on low HP, 48 health against 100. And the bomb is down, but there is 40 seconds. Cool guy has to have this internal timing, and oh my god,
Thimber jumps up. I don't think Cool Guy even had time to react to that one. Thimber just showed up and really was just like, I know where you're at. You can't hide from me.
Oh my god, Thimber. Just give them a chance. It's only the Colosseum. This isn't even an official.
Thimber does not care, and all of a sudden the CTs, they're on to just pistols. And another A stack coming through. You do have a player mid just listening for footsteps, but it's still looking, actually, this A stack has already been given up. They decided to go a different route. Scary. He's here. He meets the first. Takes quite a bit of damage, though, against that 5-7. It's going to give up mid. Going to give up that fight. Thimber finding a kill of his own. So now, just down to 3 players. Only 1 on an upgraded pistol, too, and that's going to be Cool Guy. But it looks like this A site is going to be where this ends. Actually, as I say that, I'm seeing B is going to be the end, and all these players are actually here. Gabe able to find 2. They line up for him. And he's showing off 25 and 10.
Showing off just what this is what the FA Colosseums are about, to show off your own skill and just prove to these GMs, these general managers, AGMs, captains, whoever would see this. You're telling them, pick me up instead. Forget that Nexus guy, he's on IR. Pick up Gabe me. We do see full rifles coming out here once again once again onto Astra's Creed here. Team Thimber finally taking the lead, and bit of aggression. Gabe me might push past this.
Pushing that smoke isn't gonna find a kill though. Now, I also want to point out, I'm not sure if we're able to see it from his POV, but from someone else's POV, you're able to see that Gabe me's group tag is actually "sign me please." So maybe trying to get in there with Oh, and actually Thimber's gonna get inside of Oliver's head with a bullet, but isn't able to find a second. Coolney now down to the 1v4. I don't think this one's gonna happen, but Anime might just give him an opening. Actually, as Anime gets into the smoke, there's Coolney finally getting that kill. No bomb on his back though. Bomb is all the way down in T-spawn, and so that's quite a mission that he has to go on to retrieve that to make this even possible.
And with 50 seconds left on the clock, maybe just doing some eco damage here might be your best case scenario. But if he gets maybe one more pick here onto this B site anchor here of, I believe it's Apple Goose. Yes, it is. He comes in, gets this kill. That's the free B site, and that's a bomb planted, and that's a 1v2 now with the bomb planted. That's 45 seconds on the timer. Very strong way to play, but I think he's opting to just save or
I
maybe
think
just
so.
biding his time.
Here's the nade come out, and I think he might just be thinking about saving this now that he knows that there's a player here. I wouldn't imagine that you'd want to go for this one.
Definitely, but getting no money out of saving does put a bit of a risk here. Only if he gets taken out after time, that's has enough to buy, but it is going to put some strain on the economy here. But is about to get away with it, and they're not trying to lose some more guns here on Team Apple Goose.
Absolutely, and that's another tied up scoreline and a tactical timeout called by Team Thimber. And so it's nice to see that we actually have that working. I know that for a while, if you remember during combines, we couldn't see which team was calling timeouts and everything. So this is great to see.
Definitely, yeah. Timeouts are definitely resources that you should use, especially within the game. And sometimes you don't have to use them for adapting strategy. Sometimes you just need to take a second and just reset your entire mentality to get into the next round. Um, but yeah, once again, these offers have just been going crazy. But the real superstar is the interviewer gave me 25 and 11, 123 ADR, and it's not that he's baiting his team. He's up there, getting the entries. You saw him piss around in the subsequent rounds. He was up there in their face, going for these headshots, and he's been getting them.
Absolutely, and they've just been giving them to him. And look at this. I mean, you want to talk about his aim, but he's also here to support his teammates, giving the op the boost, and also giving him the opportunity to get that damage done onto Anime. It was only a leg, so not a kill converted yet, but I'm sure that Touche knows that, that's at least damage. But now everything's kind of been put on hold. We do see Colney actually... Okay, he was AFK for just a moment there. Now he's back. And so, as we get into this, it's all quiet. They don't know where they want to go quite yet. And maybe a little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but I do hear some messages being typed out in the chat. But Colney might be out of this round. Hopefully not out of the next one. Still moving around. Oh, and Apple Goose hears that. And it is gonna
the wall.
It is gonna end up at A. Apple Goose. It's gonna end up at your doorstep. You need to get ready for this. Defensive smokes being deployed, but also the offensive smokes coming out as well. And so now Apple Goose just tucked in. No kills being handed over quite yet. Again, there's just that damage, but there's op. And Anime's gonna go down in a molly. Huge HE though.
Oh my god.
Being a little bit too aggressive with Oliver, and all of a sudden the trade's going back and forth, but it favors the T's. They end out on top. Oh, damage done from Asters. He wants to make this round happen. He wants to make it real.
This is what they play for. They have a kip and no utility. Oh, finds the first. Now that's the 1v2. Can he? This one's out. This is the second.
Finds the second. And finds the third. And has the kit. He has the time. It's going to be close.
That's an ace push by Aster's Creed.
It's easy. Aster's Creed showing out. I mean, huge round. And
as we see that Colney drops, yeah, we see him, just removed from the server. But oh my god, Aster's Creed, an absolutely insane play, absolute heroic there, coming out, just putting the team on his back for that one round and just making sure that they have nothing to worry about.
massive plays. And I mean, that's what you need when you're on this. I mean, you were running away with it in the first half if you're on Team Apple or Apple Goose. How would you pronounce that? Would you say Apple Goose or Apple Juice?
I personally say apple juice, and it's the old adage of between GIF and GIF. And if you say GIF, just know you're not on my friends list anymore.
Ouch, ouch. That hurts because I don't know. Jif is like a short term for that peanut butter brand, isn't it? Jiffy.
I love peanut butter. Jiffy, no, there is one called Jif.
There
There's
is
one. I
one
think you're
called
confusing
Jif.
Jif and Skippy, yeah.
Yes, you're right. I am, but
But it's
I
apple
don't know.
juice, and no one can tell me otherwise. It's also Jif. I will not be. I will die on that hill.
Chat. We need chat's opinion on this. Whenever they catch up to this moment, we need to know: is it GIF, JIF, like that's how you'd pronounce it, or is it GIF with just like the G, just the GIF? What do you guys think? But as we are finishing off these tactical timeouts, we're still waiting for Colney to get back in here.
I do believe that there is a tech pause command. I do believe it's stop or exclamation mark pause. I'm not sure if the commands are working or if they know what the commands are. But nonetheless, hopefully Team Apple Juice here will be nice enough to use their tactical timeouts in order to kind of help out Team Timber to give it a proper 5v5, some good sportsmanship coming out. And it looks like it's not going to be happening.
Oh, it did
Oh,
happen last second. They
last
waited
sec.
perfectly. They did that perfectly.
They knew it. I mean, the caster's curse. I've been known to, curse a couple of players here, and it happened once again. I hate it, but that's Counter Strike, man. You never know what's gonna happen. Uh, Coming on to the CT side economy here, though. Apple Juice, Anime are both very low on funds. Oliver, fairly low as well, has enough to buy some utility, but Cool Guy has a lot of money to work with and can definitely just kind of just buy a rifle and
Yeah,
maybe even drop one in the subsequent rounds. If they lose this round, it kind of puts their money into shambles. But with a 4v5, maybe it might go their way. And ooh,
maybe a
maybe they
mistime there
yeah.
on the timeout didn't come through. They're still standing around like they want this to get started, but all right. And I am getting confirmation. The creator calls it GIF with a G, so looks like that has been settled. And Oliver, he's actually gonna get aggressive here against Thimber. And Thimber, oh, he knows he has Oliver's number, get taken out. And so now this B site only now defended by Cool Guy. And Applejuice coming in to join, but I don't think that they've committed quite yet. It's now an even matchup. I say that Anime makes it favoring the T side, or the CT side, excuse me.
Especially with Conley dropping out here, putting them into a 3v4 situation. Oliver, gets traded out immediately by Thimber. And oh, Apple Juice takes out Thimber there. Now down to the 2v4. Definitely possible, but extremely difficult, especially with minimal utility here.
Absolutely. And oh, Applejuice spots the head. And the flashes are coming out. We do have Colney. He's back in the server now, going into the next round. But 2v4 made possible because it's a 2v3 now, but only 25 seconds. I don't know if this is going to happen. Unless the CTs are really going to start handing over some kills here. We actually see another player aggressive from ramp. And that's Cool Guy. Maybe
Earl could
you
betray him.
don't. I don't know if you want to give away this gun, though. I mean, that puts your economy into quite the predicament. And isn't going to give it up, actually. But all of a sudden, that gun's gone. And so is that one. Just Asters remains with that op. And maybe the CT's getting a little bit too aggressive there, giving away a little bit too much money, because now if we look, Anime can't buy, Applejuice can't buy. And so they are going to be relying on these drops and
I mean, yeah,
huge
that does
eco
put some
damage.
strain on the economy here, and losing those couple guns. I mean, the op thankfully did survive, but once again, those rifles not. Well, it is the A1S, so not too expensive, but still gonna reach deep into the funds of the CTs as they do call another tactical timeout. I do believe that was called a little bit earlier on, and it might have been the missed time. in order for
Yep.
you to get Colney in here. But Colney is now back and dropped over a couple of guns here. We see it there in minus $9,000. So good teammate, good guy Colney coming in with the clutch.
Absolutely. And as we're getting into this, I mean, this MP9 really has to start doing some damage to make it worth it. And Oliver, he's onto this M4 without the silencer. He wants to make his presence known. He wants to get into this. He's had some huge frags so far this game, but wants to get a few more. And all the
Definitely willing
T's,
to let the dogs bark.
they're lined up at these stairs. And the flash coming in blinds the T's and the CTs alike. And all of a sudden now they know what's up. And there's the trades coming through. These mollies, they're stopping them. And so now they're relying on that rotate. They've ran back. And oh, look at this. There's only one person left at this A site. And it's going to be Apple Juice, Apple Goose, however you want to say it. Doesn't matter now because he's left alone. Good nade onto Gabe Me there. Now Asters is here, posted up with the op. The smokes aren't going to land in time. Dimber gets taken down. Damage onto Touche, down to 1 HP. They should know about this headshot player. Whoa, nothing activating quite yet. And there's Apple just getting up into it. And so now it's down to Gabe Me. It's a 1v3. Needs to make it happen, but this is going to be a tough one. Isn't able to find the second one through the smoke, but Apple Juice has his number. And I think I'm just going to switch back and forth about how I say that. I'm going to say Apple Goose one round and Apple Juice the next.
All I know is that I'm going to call him Apple Juice because I am superiorly right. No, Apple Goose, Apple Juice. It is however we say it. It's however you want to say it, just kind of vibes here, Say it however you please, as long as it's not hurting anybody. But good retake there by Team Apple Goose here. And economy still fairly well for Team Thimber. They do have another op here. A little bit of not too much utility, but enough to kind of go with for fast find. It looks like they are going to be for a little bit of a default.
Look at this glass cannon coming from Touche.
Oh, I respect it.
He's been hitting some shots with this op, so I mean, why not at least try it?
Goes quiet now.
It's getting active.
Oh,
Timber's not spotted quite yet. Oh, there's the head spotted. Oh, and the spray goes a little bit wild, but Apple Juice able to contain it, take down Timber.
Oh, but that's when he rotates now.
Oh,
They're coming back to the B site.
And do these CTs, do they want to get through these smokes? Do they want to push them? Oliver's sure looking like he wants to contest, but it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Gabe gonna take his head, and they're scary chiming in at the kill of their own, but all of a sudden Asters comes in. That's an op, still in the picture. Ooh. And I don't know if they're expecting this left side peek. Anime. Oh, neither of them able to find the kill. Anime finally converting that, so now it's down to a 1v2.
Only that's the clutch now. They are low HP.
Massive, but Asters able to find that.
They know they have their number on lockdown. They know exactly where they're going to be playing, and some good team plays are holding each other's back, and that smoke diffuse, or at least that smoke being put on the bomb, just an extra step of protection there. But with that bomb plant down and the loss bonus being built up for Team Thimber, they are able to reinvest into these next couple of rounds here. But Team Apple Juice onto 14. If they they win this round, they could potentially reset the economy of Team Thimber, maybe forcing them to pistols. But they are going to reinvest, so it's going to be a long and hard-fought round here.
Absolutely, and Thimber not getting as aggressive, but now he wants to get active. But the CTs, I don't know if they're going to hand over anything. They're playing these few rounds just perfectly with how they're getting aggressive and when they're getting aggressive. Their game sense has just been perfect, but Cool Guy, I think he even knows about the boost. Maybe trying to spam that. And that forces the T's. They take a little bit of a pause. They don't know where they want to go quite yet, but there's a trade coming out. Touche taking down Oliver. Oh, miss flash though. And the player's still up on the boost, but trades again. And so now Anime makes it away with the bomb. It's a 3v2. And the B site is open. Thimber getting very active. They're not going to expect this. There's no way. And so now it's just Asters. Maybe wants to fight for this, fight for match point, but From this far back, I don't know if he's going to give up this op. Money is not looking that great either. I think this is just where you call the save. You say, okay, guys, you know, let's get our eco in order. Let's make sure that we can close out the last 2 rounds. Because even with this saved op, I don't know if they're going to have enough to buy next round because of how many rounds they've been winning. They've just been losing a lot of players.
Yeah, and losing those couple guns a couple rounds ago, it is going to come to bite them in the butt here. And when that loss bonus not being built up, Oliver only on $700, and with 1 loss bonus, not enough. So they are gonna have to be able to, or at least forced to concede a couple of rounds here if they want to get their economy back in order. They can definitely force into this, especially run this op, have that op be very active and very mobile. We do know how good Astros can be. Recalling that ace clutch here, and Game Me spots the shoulder.
Oh, KB taking his head and also taking that op away. So now that's almost a full reset for this CT side. We see Apple Goose just on to $1,600. I mean, that almost makes you want to call a force buy. If I'm calling for this team, that almost seeing that $1,600, no loss bonus. But instead, we are just going to see pistols.
Yeah, Apple or Anime at least did drop a couple of pistols there, 4 or 5 sevens, and it's looking like a mid rush. And someone should have a field day here, but Apple Goose called out from 2 directions and gets taken out.
Yeah, and now the guns, they wanted to go, or the pistols, excuse me, they wanted to run back and try and take it from the front, but instead, they just get destroyed. And so that's going to be 12 converted. So 2 rounds away from tying up this map. It's not quite over yet, but we are going to see maybe some guns coming out now. Actually, just another eco coming out for this CT side.
Yeah, they have some rounds to work with, and if you're this high up in the lead, 14, you only need 2 rounds to close out. You definitely want to concede some rounds, get your economy back in order, and also kind of see what tendencies these players or the enemy team has. And Thimber gets taken out by Anime, and Apple just gets spotted out at the very last second.
Oh, and he falls off! Oh no, Apple Juice. And there's Asters. He's on fire. And so is his Deagle, but there goes Cool Guy. And there's Asters actually chiming in with a kill. So now all of a sudden, this is a 2v2. And an AK picked up for Asters as well. This could get dangerous, especially when damage like that is being done. And so now all of a sudden, it's a 1v1. This would be a huge eco round. No kit, though. Needs to stick this bomb soon.
Gave me playing with the sound cues, making Oliver worried about that side haul. And yeah, he goes for the check, and he doesn't have time for this. No smoke, no kit. He has to stick it now, and that Molly's gonna smoke.
Actually, the Molly missed, so maybe would have had a chance, but doesn't matter. Gave me 2 kills in the round. He's able to put them up to 13.
His clan tag range 2. Please, someone sign this man. Get him out of the FA pool. Put him on the team.
Absolutely. I mean, 36 kills. 36
this is
kills.
In regulation, by the way. This is in regulation.
Are we seeing Chef reincarnated?
I mean, it's possible. Chef is also an FA. We could see Chef somewhere here, sometime in the FA Colosseum, and just have these 2 giants battle it out.
But now a very slow round. Yes, no kidding, a very slow round. Neither of them giving up too much. Oh, and maybe a timing going to be caught because of Astra's move mid. That gives them a lot of space to work with if they can kill Cool Guy. CT smoke deployed. Masters comes back. There's Touche, finds the first. Both of them missing on that second shot.
And Oliver onto the Hamas.
That's a trade. And there's Touche still chiming in with the op. Still trying to keep this round alive. And there's Gabe. Clean headshot onto Oliver. And we might be looking at 14 here. A tied up scoreline going up to match point. And they're still making noise towards B. But Anime hears all the footsteps coming up ramp. Spots the first. It's not able to quite control the spray. Still wants to get aggressive though. And so now a 2v3, low HP on Thimber as well, and Gabe. Does Anime challenge this? Does he get up? He does, and Thimber's gonna take his life for it. And there goes Asters as well. And so all of a sudden, it's a tied up scoreline, 14-14 going into match point. And the eco of this CT side not looking the best.
And just terrible. They can definitely go for a save here and play for OT with the lost bonus being built up to give them that better chance. And it looks like that is what they're gonna do with a couple of upgraded pistols. They want to give themselves the best possible chance for as cheap as as cheap as the cost as they can. But now this is where it gets really interesting. Will Team Timber get hyper aggressive and run into these pistols, or will they play it slow and force these CTs to kind of hope for information?
And actually a counter boost coming out. That's something you don't often see, especially in CSC. I don't know the last time I saw one of these counter boosts come out, but it doesn't matter. No one's going to be there to challenge. It's actually going to be 4 up ramp right now.
Maiden, oh, they've been mauling this position every time.
But the boost, they don't know about it this time. There's one. Gabe doesn't know where to look. And there's 2, so now all of a sudden it's a 3v. And oh my god, pistols are doing work. Anime looking for more isn't gonna find it scary trying to clean up this mess. And there's a flank from ramp already. And their Asters is still alive at side hall. They don't know about him. They haven't cleared him. Needs to swing out for this kill. Isn't able to convert it, so now it's just down to Asters. They know where he's at. A dream round. A dream round is not going to be converted. It doesn't look like, unless this kill comes through quick. I mean, I guess, with this USP, a couple of headshots could do the job. But, I mean, just needs to make this play. Needs to come up massive. Flash, he's going to miss. No kit. Trying to clear all the angles possible. Shows his presence. And the flash, not going to hit, but the bomb has now been tapped. And that's going to be the round gone as well. 15. So now we're fighting for overtime. And from that save, they should be able to get guns going into this round.
Got really, really close there. Those guns, I believe it was Enemy who got boosted up there. Got 2 free kills. They were not expecting for that boost there on ramp. And it gave them a chance. Astro Screen needed that kill onto that bomb planter. And it would have been a 1v1 situation with the low HP player. And it was just so close and they just couldn't get it. But now, final round of the regulation. Will we see Team Thimber take it home, or will we see Team Apple Goose bring it to overtime?
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, this is going to be a close one. Now, I do also, on the CT side, so one of my biggest pet peeves, especially in the final round, is seeing people with no kit, but still, over $1,000 left in the bank. And so, will that end up costing them, is my question.
I mean, seeing as how a couple of these retakes went down, yeah, the fuse kit definitely will play a big factor into this. And oh, touche.
Oh, but Cool Guy has the back of his buddy, knows how to take down Touche there in mid, so that's gone. And this full buy looking to make it work, looking to take it to overtime, but the round is still young. Minutes still left on the clock. An A site, there's not a whole lot of people here. I mean, it's only one, and that's going to be Asters, but now joined by Applegoose on this op.
Pull up on the A side here, very, very scary. But they're making a lot of noise.
They're actually running back. I mean, this should be heard. Bomb is going to be staying here, though. Oh, they don't know where they want to end. They don't know where they should be going. They were hoping that would draw over some rotates, but the CTs, they are stuck. Will not move, and so now it's just going to be a bloodbath. Oliver blind on the first. And Thimber able to find one, but quickly traded. Bomb plant should be confirmed here shortly. And actually, Cool Guy gets up, is able to find one. Looking for a second, Gabe takes him down, so now it's down to a 1v. Just down to Scary. Isn't able to do it. This map is going to overtime.
That was such a hectic round there. They had a good idea with that fake and trying to draw for the rotates by running across that gray, making a lot of sound towards bottom ramp. But Team Apple Goose, they hold their ground. They held their ground. They stood planted firm onto that A site, and it paid off astronomically. A bit of an unfortunate smoke there. They had the left side, but right side was missing. Had a bit of a gap, which made that trade easier onto Colney, I believe. and it essentially kind of won them that round. It gave them that green light to go for the retake and officially push past the smokes that were evidently down. Heading into the first round of overtime, Thimber, we saw him here on bottom B stairs, how aggressive and how strong how powerful he can be here. But they're now looking to over aggress here and just holding for this map control.
Absolutely, and here we are. I mean, it's just a very slow round now. But there's Oliver chiming in, getting actually very aggressive here to find that kill. Takes down Thimber. Thimber's usually the one to come out on top in that fight. So Oliver trying to change this up, trying to bring this back. They gave up overtime, but they don't want to give up the game.
Minute left on the clock here. I'm down a man. And B steps has been conceded by CTs here. Does give them an avenue for Team Thimber to exec onto the site, but Oliver, he's been good for at least a couple here, and he already has one. Can he solidify another multi-kill here on this B site? Will they take it? But it's taken out.
Oliver is actually able to find that second one, you're right. And so now Touche, I mean, he knows that Oliver's here, but isn't going to commit to that fight quite yet. Isn't able to get the jumping shot. Oh, through the smoke. Massive, massive kill, and Scary taking a lot of damage. Nade not quite hitting. So there goes the bomb, and there goes Colney out of the round. A 4v2 retake. Touche turns it into a 3v2.
Oh, was out there.
Scary. Still fighting for this. Wants to make this round happen. Isn't gonna make it happen though. Anime finding that kill. And so now, I mean, you're looking at 16. You're starting to feel a bit better.
Yeah. First round does go for in favor of Team Apple Goose here, and economy no longer that big of a factor, at least for the T side here, as they have a lot of money to work with, especially with that bomb plan going down. But Gabe me 39 and 18, didn't quite get the 40 within regulation, but is still putting the team on his back here. Has a couple players on his team surely behind him in Timber. It's not only the Game Me show and a bit of an unfortunate molly there, but Timber switching out from the B side now, walking up 8 here.
Oh, and they don't have a player at side hall. Oh, and Timber turns around, able to find the first.
Very
Able to find the second. This is Anime. Has this AK and elevator, but there's the op in heaven. Op, quick trade. Master says, you can't do that. Tells Thimber, you can't come up ramp. This is my domain. Molly onto default, prevents a plant from coming through, slows this T side down. We're down to a 3v3 here. So Gabe, low on this op, but we know that he can hit his shots. Oliver trying to push through the smoke. It's actually gonna happen, but Aster's good nade. And Scary, good shot. Takes down Oliver, so now we're down to a 2v2.
Scary and Colney. Master's Creed, though, slowly creeping up on the leaderboard, 23 and 17. He's been just an astronomical piece for Team Apple Goose here on that AWP. But can he do it again? Can he retake the A side with this op? Or will he fall to Colney and Scary? Flash
Now they're
comes
getting
out.
active.
Oh.
They need to pick up the pace here. And there's the first, but Scary gets the molly off. And no smoke either. And that's gonna be the round gone. Beautiful game sense from Scary to be able to throw that molly. And, I mean, he gives up his life for it, but Aster's 4K in the round. Doesn't matter though, Scary, he's just too good. That util coming out from him, this is why he's on Nan.
Definitely agreed. Some good utility usage and some great game sense overall there. Did lose his life, as you mentioned, for that molly, and it won him the round. Now, that round definitely could have gone south if they had a smoke, but once again, they knew the utility. Trading utility went very well here for Team Thimber. Heading into the third round now. I believe this is the last round. Anime. Another missed molly here, but not to worry. It's a tactic we wouldn't understand, Wheelie. We wouldn't understand these high level nades.
You're right. As I always hit my nades, which is why I don't understand it. But Thimber's actually gonna take down Anime, not missing his shots. Thimber, I mean, he's been crawling up the scoreboard too at 28 and 20 for his team. Now I also read somewhere in chat earlier on that he was the IGL on this side, so IGL putting in work apparently.
IGL for sure, and I know there's a lot of IGLs here within the league who are, fragging IGLs. The first one that comes to mind, at least for last season, was Orca. Orca
Mhm.
was an all-star, and I love him to death. He was a really good captain and a really good player and a great in-game leader. As Cool Guy takes out Timber, that's one of the heavy hitters down, but Game Me is still alive here.
Gave me not really able to find a whole lot of presence here in overtime. I believe that he left regulation with that 39, so still looking for his first kill in overtime. Oh, and Gabe, he's looking the wrong way. Gets caught out by Asterisk. Not able to put up a number yet, but there's Touche. He's still putting up numbers. And so now a 3v3, but very low HP on the Cool Guy. 2 HP left. I don't know how much impact he can have, but can't count him out yet. Good damage. Oh, and Colney showing out from the sandbags. Picks up 2 there to be able to close out that half. That's 17 for Team Thimber. Now, if you recall earlier on, Colney was the one who, unfortunately had some tech issues, disconnected, but showed up and is still making impact.
Definitely, sometimes you don't need high-level frags that Game Me has. Sometimes you just need that one clutch, that one double kill to solidify a round and to get you onto the scoreboard to help your team get that motivation and that drive back into the game. As we do swap sides here, and we did know that Team Timber had a very powerful rivaling CT side. Correct me if I'm wrong, Willie, but they did have a strong CT showing.
You're absolutely right, and there's Touche, and this is exactly why. And he's able to just find these kills out of nowhere. Gabe Me gets chased down, still looking for his first kill. There's Touche, that's his second in the round. And Gabe's gonna be caught out along with Touche at the same time. Oh, and the T's, they have just sprayed down this A site through mid. And there's Scary, forced to save, forced to just hold on to this M4. Eco
Seeing that
damage.
round there, it reminded me exactly how that first half went. It was 0-6 for Team Applegoose and Team Thimber with a quick return there, and we're seeing it again here. A very good, nice start here from Team Applegoose, just running it out. Just shirts off, pants down, just running up mid and getting those trades heavy, leaving Scary to save. And well, it's a good save. I think Scary should have gone for it. Maybe gone for a nice highlight clip there. They are low HP, so definitely very doable.
Absolutely, but I don't think Scary even wants to test his fate here with that. So, eco damage, I mean, especially in overtime, eco isn't that important. Everybody starts with, 12.5k here in CSC. So, wouldn't really make that big of a difference anyway, but still, just holding on to that M4, as much as you hate to do it, you got to. So now, we're looking at Touche digging into the bottom of the barrel, his bank account, looking for this kill, and he's been very good about getting it in mid too.
And they, Touche definitely a bit too passive here. You always want to kind of show some presence in mid and maybe make sure they can't really run up here. But Cool Guy gets some damage taken off here and Scary rotating off, and Asher's Creed. Oh, this
Thimber.
trade's going out both ways.
Thimber got that kill while he was dead too.
From the grave, Thimber still strikes. Oh, but Gabe Me. This is a very powerful position. Now, they have been mauling this every single round. We did know this from the first half that they've been mauling this and clearing this out. But will they or will they not clear it this time?
Colney was about to be tested, but actually gives up mid here, so now it's down to Apple Juice. Deep Molly. Gives up mid as well. So mid is no longer an issue for either of these sides. Colney, he needs to hang on to this B site, but he does have friends with him, so it's not too bad. But A is actually going to be where this is ending. Gabe going to be mollied out and going to be taken out as well. Anime finding that kill. So now Touche wants to get active, wants to go through this. Molly goes out. Touche is going to be pushing through the smoke. He is, and Anime is going to see him first. Oh, and a dink through the smoke, but Anime still goes up and still finds a kill as well. So now it's just down to Scary again, and he's gonna be forced to just hold on to this M4 one more time.
Now is where the economy starts to come into play here. Scary now is forced to save, to be able to drop a couple guns, maybe one gun over towards his teammate, maybe even drop one towards Gabe Me. Gabe Me is 1750 in terms of money, and getting your players to have as much at least your star player here and gave me a better chance of taking these long range engagements might be ideal, but they are hunting. Oh, they're not letting them save this gun.
There's no way. I mean, Scary gonna try and hold on to this. Doesn't hear the footsteps behind him until it's too late. A little bit of BM as well coming out, spamming the body and spraying easy.
Oh,
If this game was easy, it wouldn't be in overtime though, so there's still a chance for double OT. Gabe, he has that op out. And we do see, I mean, a FAMAS is the weakest gun here on this CT side. Now, really, what I can tell is what they need to do is Gabe needs to find a kill. He hasn't found a kill yet this overtime, and getting that damage chunked off isn't going to help. There it is, finally activating, putting 40 up to his name. And he's going to actually be outmaneuvered. Anime able to open up this B site with 2. They don't know that Scary is still here. And so now it's a 3v3. Make it a 2v3. All of a sudden, double OT looking more likely. And Thimber, he's still here, full HP. A lot of util as well. Could make this work. Here's the smokes coming out. Do they know that the commitment is coming through? We've seen a lot of fakes so far this game. That Molly's gonna miss Thimber. And so bomb, it's gonna go down. Oh, but through the smoke. And they don't know about Thimber coming over the top. And so that's gonna be double OT.
you can find the bomb, correct?
They can't find the
They
bomb.
can,
And
they
there
can,
it
they
is.
can.
There it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, thankfully they had a lot of time to work with. However, if they had, taken a little bit longer in those fights there, the lack of the kit, very scary. Scary did pick one up throughout the, trying to find the bomb there, but that's double OT now. That spray, a bit of karma there coming out, and it gave me got one more, dropping 40 within overtime, and now heading into second OT. This is a very long game. I did not expect the first game of the night to go into double overtime.
Yeah, first game of the night, and it's been an exciting one to say the least. I mean, they're able to pull that back, and like I said, I mean, really all it took was Gabe Me getting activated, finding that kill, even if it was just one, it still made the difference, helped his team get to that point. And so now, Touche finally winning that fight. Maybe that is still, I don't know where I was going with that. There's just so many kills going on, and there's Asters. He's able to pick up Golney there. But Thimber, he's going to be challenged again. And he's going to take down another one. 2 kills so far. Looking for a third. Oh, and a dink. And then Touche, he's going to be taking that one away. So finally a lead for Team Thimber.
Yeah, fine. I think this is the first time they've ever had a lead ever this entire game. They did have to fight for OT there. They did have a bit of a lead there. I believe it was 14-12. They finally managed to get to overtime. But yeah, they once again another lead here, but a convincing, or not a convincing lead, but a more comfortable lead, I should say, as they are not really in the brink of overtime. And oh, Touche Kuhn once again, that's a little bit overzealous there.
You double dip, and Asters is just there. So now Gabe is going to be mollied out. He's trying to just stand in the molly, looking for a swing, but they aren't going to do it. That is just free damage handed over. And Gabe kind of feeling desperate for some kills right now.
Definitely got shut down. Didn't really entry as much. They want to kind of save that star power for maybe towards the mid round, but sometimes you just have to let your players go crazy and go wild. And this is a perfect example. Maybe Gabe Me had to slow down for his team's sake, and it just didn't work out. Oh, Gabe Me once again. As soon as they say that, Gabe Me once again taking out Cool Guy.
Yep, and that's mid retrieved by the CTs. Bit of a defensive molly coming out, but it's too late. You already have this player up side hall onto site, and there's Colney from Sandbags, still able to find the kill though. So now it's a 4v2, looking at 20. Oh, and that molly going a little bit shallow, hitting the edge of the sandbag. Oh, and Asters rarely misses shots, but that one's going to cost him. And so now it's down to a 1v4 clutch, but Gabe is in the smoke, looking for a knife, and is going to find it as well. Wasn't
Now
making
he's
a lot
back.
of... Yeah, wasn't making a lot of impact in that first overtime, but feeling himself, and he wants back into this game. He wants to take it for himself.
Yeah, it's finally gave me, we saw him awake within the second half and kind of slumped for a little bit, but now he's back in action. And now this should be a good sign for Team Timber to take this win. But Team Apple Goose, once again, they have Aster Screed, Anime, and Apple Goose and Oliver, just four great players, just having all impact, you know, in these individual rounds. So still a very, very tough and close game, but Timber barely misses the kill here. Does take some damage there, down to 67, but all in all, it's working out fairly well for him there. They did spot some info, and that's going to be, just great info to have for the mid round.
And here we go, Gabe spots the backpack and spots the kill on the scoreboard as well. And so now that's Gabe. He activates. Doesn't know about a second player down there, though. Decides to rotate off, give it up. And Oliver gives it up as well, but Cloney taking down Anime. Crisp headshot. That's what you like to see, but tagged down to 7 in the process. Now it's just a nade that makes the difference right there. And Thimber still trying to get a little bit aggressive here. Is going to work out for him. Takes down Oliver. Maybe should just think about tucking into side hole here, being a nuisance. It isn't going to happen. Cool Guy's going to take him down. 2 kills handed over in the blink of an eye. Oh, and Gabe looking for a kill. Oh, but actually, there's a no-scope coming through. And so now it's a 2v1. Aster's still worried about the flank, but isn't going to be there. And that round is going to go the way of Team Thimber. We're now just 1 away from Team Thimber winning this in double OT. That's a half, and I mean, really a perfect CT side.
Flawless, he said exactly. They had the op just kind of being very mobile. They had the opening picks, and they never got too over aggressive. Besides Touche on one of those rounds here, but they quickly were able to recover from that. They were able to kind of plug in that hole that was left by Touche there. And now, potentially the last round of the match here in favor of Team Thimber. Finally on the driving force here, on match points, and gave me Touche and Thimber both at 30 kills and above. And can we see them all activate at this very moment, or will we see another flawless CT side from Team Apple Goose?
But there is 3 players here holding down this A site. It's gonna be a battle to get in here. And that Molly, it's gonna force Anime to get into the action. Oh, Anime is able to find one, but is gonna be scary. And there's Apple Goose as well. Trades going back and forth, but ending up with 4 on this CT side. And Gabe, he's actually very aggressive, very in a forward position, but isn't going to work out. That's 19, preventing the map from being lost.
The pressure is definitely not off yet, though. They still have 2 more rounds to play if they want to bring it to triple overtime, and Team Timber just need 1. A bit of an very, I guess, over passionate round there to kind of go for that execute immediately from the start of the round there. Ideally you have a bit of a default. You want to establish presence on both B and mid, as you want on any map, just so that they don't have that time to stack. And oh, Oliver, no flash there to flash him out from that one peak.
The Molly's gonna force them back as well.
Oh yeah.
And look at this, already 4 players towards this B site for the CTs, and they're running back. Oh, wait. They put the brakes on. Maybe not wanting to cross that grate, and all of a sudden the rotate's going back the opposite way. And now they're walking back to B. Not a whole lot of info for the CTs here. They don't know where this is going to end. But Oliver, he had 1 kill early on. Can he get more? And he's going to need more to be able to hold down this site. Oh, just misses the head. Deep flash, though. I don't think that's really going to make a difference. Gabe, though, finds a kill. And there's Scary taking down Oliver. This site handed over. Oh, and this might be it.
Oh, Gabe, me look at this timing here that he has. Oh, but Aster's no
Through the
scope.
through the smoke, no scope actually, and all of a sudden this is looking. It's a
Retake is on.
2v2. And oh no. You're sweating if you're Scary and Colney right now. The two bottom frags trying to save their team, trying to make sure that they win this now. And this time, bomb is just ticking further. There's Scary gone. Colney just needs to stay alive. Finds the first, and that could be it. That is going to be it. He has to stick it, and it's not going to happen. Colney coming up massive to be able to win out that game for Team Thimber. And double OT in our first game of the night. That is a massive, massive game to be able to cast for you guys tonight.
Great overall team plays there, and Colney left into the 1v1, just needed to play the time and did the job correctly. Once they realized that they had to stick that bomb down, he knew he had to go for swing, and he ends up winning the game. That spray early on in the first overtime does come, instant karma out here. And it just, I mean, if I was Gabe me, I would have been annoyed if I had lost that game. Dropping 40 within double OT and dropping 39 kills in regulation, just an absolute monster of a player, but can't be taken away from players like Thimber, Aster's Creed, and even I'm forgetting that third player's name, but just a team, just both teams had superstar players here. Just it's making me lose my mind and forget all these players' names. Just too many of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, Touche, I believe, was one of those
Touche,
players
correct.
who was just showing up, and it just felt it felt like they were just not missing. And so, I mean, a great, great game there from Team Thimber to be able to pull that in double OT. A lot of resilience and a perfect CT side there in that first half of the double OT. That was great. And so, as we are waiting here for our next match to come through, we're going to go ahead. We're going to try and find some pull in for an interview. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.